Guys, now yesterday I decided to go and treat myself to a movie. Now I pretty much had a very stressful week, so I thought I'd go and treat myself to a movie. Now the movie I went to see was the special re-release of Dune. Now, I was not part of, I pretty much went into the movie pretty darn spoiler free, and I'm really happy that I did. I don't know if my favorite podcast Now Playing have reviewed the movie. I would have to check. Now, I went in almost completely spoiler free, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. The scenery, oh my goodness, it was so beautiful. Like, it was almost, best way I can describe it is you can almost watch the movie with no dialogue. It was that beautiful. I have never saw the director's work, so I can't say if this is typical of the director or not. But it had so well crafted world building between the three sort of planets we see. We see Skarsgård's home planet, we see Timon's home planet, and then we see the main planet, I think the name is Dune. And the crafting of the main two worlds, which is Timmy's and the desert one, was so well thought out and so well realized. It was beautiful. So the script was a little bit confusing with the whole dream aspect. But once I got over that, it was so well handled. The costumes were so detailed. And you could really tell the different class structures with all the costumes. Especially when you look at Rebecca's costume, Isaac's costume, which is very similar to what Tim wears sometimes. When they're in there, you really tell. And then when you look at the guards, which is Jason's look, when you get into the natives, that look is quite different, and it's really explained why their outfit is why it is. And I thought it was so well handled that you could tell where the characters were with what they were wearing. I thought that was so well handled. The casting was so well done, and a lot of the actors I had already seen before. Timmy, Little Women, I saw that in theaters. Wonka, he's an actor that is on my list of actors to watch. Rebecca, well, I saw The Greatest Showman. She's a bit of a showstopper in that one. Oscar Isaac, I've seen X-Men Apocalypse. I know he was the bad guy in that one. Jason, as I mentioned before, Aquaman, Game of Thrones. You had Dave Bautista, who was part of Alex Skarsgård's group. You've got Guardians of the Galaxy, you have Bourne, just in that video again. Skarsgård, also the MCU, Mamma Mia, Javier Bardem, Little Mermaid, and of course, again, Bond, Zendaya. Well, again, I'm gonna sound like a broken record. MCU, shake it up. I'm a fan of her as an artist, as a singer as well. And also Josh Brolin again. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. MCU, Deadpool, Goonies. They had star power, but I felt like it didn't feel like it took away from the story. I felt like because it was so high star, you could follow the individual storylines quite well, and you feel like you got to it was so well done. I think Tim hadn't really blown up very much. A lot of them hadn't blown up when they did it originally. And I think it was a smart move to re-release the movie. There was parts that really tugged at my heart when Oscar thought that I'm going to be a bit of a spoiler here, when he thought that his son and his wife were dead. You really could feel the pain while he was dying himself. Felt that pain. When Tim found out his father had died, we saw sort of his uncle figure, Jason, decided to go and sacrifice himself so Tim and Becky could run away and get the safety. That was such a heart-wrenching scene, because you know that he couldn't have survived that whole attack by Dave and Skarsgård on the Paul and his family. That whole sequence was so heart-wrenching, sad. I thought, bloody oath, my heart was, because they brought up earlier in the movie about these palm trees that were in the sort of courtyard area, and when you saw them on fire, you went, these guys have no respect for the locals. They just came in and obliterated the family who wanted to work with the locals, wanted to not be so authoritarian, but be more, yes, we're here to take your resources, but how can we give back to the natives? And I think the way Skarsgård, he pretty much just wanted to almost obliterate the natives and not work with them. And I think that was a little bit of a nice conflict. And you can see that mindset in Tim as well. He had that similar mindset. He wanted to work when they eventually meet the locals. But I think because of the dreams that he's having, it's a little bit different. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I will be back to see Dune Part 2, and I can't wait. It's supposed to be coming out this year. I know it was supposed to come out last year because of all the strikes. They had to push it back. But I think I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I do apologize for the sound that you heard a little bit earlier. Got a bit of construction happening. Well, have you seen Dune Part 1? Please write it down in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Damn. I can't wait for part 2. I did see this in the 4D, 2D experience, so I'll probably see it the same way again. Ciao.